Hey everyone, and welcome to my May book haul. So we're getting towards the end of May and I've obviously bought a few books, so I'm not even going to try and justify it or anything. I'm just going to say I'm going to start with the books and then I'm going to go into the comics because, again, that's the easiest way to do this, so let's get into it. I'm starting with Shauna Maguire's Seasonal Fears. This is the sequel to Middle Game, which is all about like twins separated at birth, alchemy, rewriting the world, mind mess up, inception levels of what kind of thing. I'm going into this one without much knowledge. I just know that I really loved Middle Game, so I'm hoping the same is going to be said for Seasonal Fears. My one problem is that I have seen a few negative reviews of this one, but fingers crossed it's going to be fine. I'm sure it will be, but either way this is going to be another sort of alchemical, sci-fi, fantasy, mind mess up, what the hell's going on, you feel like you're in Inception again, essentially, kind of thing. And I'm really excited to read it because I really enjoyed that the first time around, so I'm excited to see if it's going to happen again. I also have The Stardust Thief. This one sounds a bit like an Aladdin retelling in the sense that we're following Luli Al-Nazari, who is a midnight merchant, who is a criminal who, with the help of her jinn bodyguard, hunts and sells illegal magic. But then she saves the life of a cowardly prince. His powerful father, the Sultan, blackmails her into finding an ancient lamp that has the power to revive barren land at the cost of sacrificing all jinn. And with no choice but to obey or be executed, Luli journeys with the Sultan's oldest son and one of his infamous 40 thieves to find the artifact. Aided by her bodyguard, who has secrets of his own, they must survive ghoul attacks, outwit a vengeful jinn queen, and confront a malicious killer from Luli's past. In a world where story is reality and illusion is truth, Luli will discover that everything, her enemy, her magic, even her own past, is not what it seems. Now she must decide who she will become, and that sounds epic. I've seen this everywhere on Bookstagram recently, so I am very excited to see what I think about it and see what all the hype is about. And the next three books all come from Hannah from Ladder M Store Waypoint, which I'll leave a link to down below. But before I go into it, I've just got to show you this. She sent me one of the Team Death mugs as well from Gothtober, and it just looks absolutely incredible and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Hannah, for sending this, and also obviously sending me these books. I did buy them, but just as a thanks for sending them out because I couldn't find them anywhere else, so thank you for that. And also thank you for the mug. It looks amazing next to my books Not Even Bones and Only Ashes Remain, which is about death and destruction and all the rest of it, so it's good all round. And the first thing I got was actually the Bridesmaid Survival Guide, which is Hannah's own book, which is published on Waypoint, which I'll again leave a link to down below. And this is not my usual thing because it's a contemporary romance, specifically set at weddings, and I'm not usually here for romance. We all know this, romance isn't my thing, but I really wanted to support Hannah as a friend. She also really sold me on this in a discussion after a live show, and also I may have a vlog project in my head bubbling away in the background. It's nowhere near ready to be started or anything, but it's bubbling away, so look out for that. It will be eventually here, but I've got a lot of things to get through first, so you know. But either way, there is a vlog project bubbling away in the back of my mind, and also I just wanted to read some of Hannah's work and support her that way as well, so that's why I've got this one. I've heard nothing but good things about it from everybody, even people who do not like contemporary romance, and I cannot wait to give it a go. I then also got the Book of Living Secrets, and this one is about two friends who love a book series who then get pulled into the world of the book series, but it doesn't turn out to be as happy as it is. It's actually more... It says, and when they find the world of the novel turned upside down, the lavish balls and star-crossed love affairs now interlaced with unspeakable horrors, the girls realise that something sinister is behind their foray into fiction, and they will have to rewrite their own arcs if they hope to escape this nightmare with their lives. Which just sounds epic. And then the final one I have is Night Render. Now this one has got a bit of a long synopsis, but it's essentially about three kingdoms where reality bends, villages disappear, forests burn forever, pockets of inconsistent time are everywhere, and three kingdoms have been at war for over 1,000 years. But the greatest threat is the Malice, which is an incursion from the demon plane slowly tearing its way through the world's weakest seams. But then the Prince of Rune, or the Rune High Crown, then tries to summon the Night Render, which is the hammer of the gods, an immortal warrior, more weapon than girl. But the last time she was summoned, she slaughtered basically the entirety of Salvation, and no one knows why. And the question is, will she save humanity, or will she plunge it deeper into the fires of eternal war? Again, sounds epic. It also says at the bottom here that it combines lush romantic high fantasy drama with surreal speculative horror. I want to read more horror. I want to read slightly more romantic stories as well, because I've kind of given up on finding stories that are not overly romantic at this point, because they're everywhere, and my cynic, pessimistic brain is going to have to get used to it. But I am here for this. It sounds so good, and also the cover is nice and shiny as well, which I'm always here for. Does it have anything underneath? No. Always good to check, but either way, so excited to read this one. It sounds epic. And then the last few things I've got to mention are all Kindle things. There's only one book and a couple of comics. So the first and only book is The Boneshard Daughter. This one is about a princess who needs to learn boneshard magic to save her people and claim the throne, because her father, the emperor, is trying to say that she cannot be on the throne. That's all I really know. I've just heard people absolutely raving about this book, so I really wanted to give it a go. And then I also got Fables volumes 9 through 11 as well, because they were on sale, and they still are actually. And this is a series that I call Once Upon a Time for Adults, in the sense that you've got a bunch of fairy tale characters who have been kicked out of fairyland and have been chucked into the real world, and they've now got to try and sort of survive that way while also trying to get back into fairyland. And then the final thing I have is New Mutants volumes 6 and 7. These are the next two in the New Mutant series. I have been very slowly reading, because I've been busy with like Dawn of X and all the rest of it. But this is all about the New Mutants, which is like Ileana, Danny Moonstar, Rain Sinclair, people like this. They are a young team of teenage mutants essentially, and that's all you really need to know, because they're kind of epic and they are mutants essentially, and I'm just mutant trash and I love the series. So when this one went on sale, I had to pick up the next few as well. And that is the end of my May book haul. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me which book I should start with out of these books. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a skull emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the comic book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which has a ton of stuff about New Mutants on there if you are interested in that. I'll also leave a link as well down below to my Etsy and Redbubble store, which sells bookish merch and bookish bullet journal stuff if you are interested in that. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!